The Traxxas Rustler two-wheel drive stadium truck just got way more exciting RC drivers, 60-mile-an-hour speeds out of the box, new Rustler Brushless system, new radio, clipless battery strap, GTR shocks, new sledgehammer tires, and a sick-looking body. We're gonna go over all that and more in today's video, and we're gonna take it outside to shred some dirt. There it is, RC drivers, the new Rustler Brushless out of the box, and look how sleek the new body is on this stadium truck. Took out my Rustler VXL just so we could do a little bit of comparison, but what I'm noticing right off the start here is the front of this is like the Rustler 4x4, and then it transitions into the cab area of the Rustler, and some of the bed still looks like the Rustler, but they've got the 4x4 wing on the back, which is much better than the Lexan wing that they had. It bent on me like the first flip, so this is gonna hold up a lot better, but nice sleek lines on this, really cool graphics as well. They got a number of different styles, of course. They got 4 different styles, and it's clipless. So you have 2 clips in the front in the fender wells, and there's 1 in the rear to pop the body off. The lines on the side down below, just really aerodynamic looking actually. And for the speeds that this thing is gonna hit, you want the air to flow over the top of this thing. So let's get the body off and take a closer look underneath of what's going on. Just pop this clip in the rear, and as you can see, body comes right off. Here's the new two-wheel drive Rustler platform. It's got a similar look to the previous versions. However, there's a number of tweaks and revisions. And we're gonna start over here with the wheels and tires, because these really caught my eye. Check out the front multi-terrain tire. So we've got ribs in the center to handle off-road. It's kind of got the street tread on the outside. So cool multi-purpose tire. And then in the back, you've got these modified sledgehammer tires. These look really cool as well. Got the big lugs on there, rounded on the side, so you don't get too much side bite and roll this thing. The tires are pre-glued from the factory to these multi-spoke black wheels, which are a version of the wheels that we've seen before on the Rustler. Very cool look to those. Can't wait to see those shred some terrain. Let's get into the chassis now next. And you can see it's got that Rustler shape, but they've gone and textured the chassis plates here with a carbon fiber look just to give it a more finished feel. But I'm sure you're eyeing this big change right in the center. No more little body clips to hold down that little strap. We have one of their quick release straps now. Really easy to get that off, get the battery in and out. Definitely like that change. Over here is the receiver box. It's molded into the chassis, and it's got the receiver cover on top that helps seals everything up. There's a rubber gasket on the inside. Speed controller plate, we've seen that before. The front upper deck got that carbon fiber texture. And check this out, guys, the body mounting system on this. It is braced all the way down to that upper plate, so that front body mount isn't gonna move. And then here's a look at the rear body mount. Nice and simple, mounts off the shock tower and the transmission case. Bumpers on this have been improved as well, so check out that front bumper. I like the bar style with the little skid on the bottom, and then the rear wheelie bar that comes with it has been improved. Definitely like the style of this. The previous version, it would flop around and you have to pop it back in place, but now this is a one-piece setup and it's got the handle here. Definitely like that improvement. All right, onto the suspension. So we've got a major change here. Composite GTR shocks. These are oil filled. They've got captured spring perches down below, and these feel ultra plush, guys. I love the change to this. And if you need to adjust preload, you've got these light gray collars, definitely like the multiple colors on those shock bodies. And they attach to a reinforced shock tower. You can see there's a bit more material here just to help stiffen that up. So no flex to the shock tower anymore on that. You've got the HD arm, the revised bulkhead, and then this is an awesome change too. They have a aluminum bar there for the hinge pin brace, and they don't have that fiberglass one anymore. That would always get dirty on the edges and you couldn't clean it out because of the fibers, but the gray anodized aluminum, nice. Outside, the heavy duty caster blocks and the steering knuckles. This one has fixed links, so you can adjust it, but for a basher truck, totally fine with that. Then the rear suspension, you got longer travel GTR shocks and the HD arms, the HD hubs on the outside, and fixed links up top. And while we're looking at the back of the truck, let's check out the transmission. And it looks like the original transmission's back in here, guys. So this has a planetary differential in it, ball bearings and metal gears throughout the entire transmission setup. Over here under the gear cover is where you have 32 pitch gears now. So that's much better than the previous version 48s. That would often strip out, and those are a little bit harder to set gear mesh with, but they do give you the guide plate for the motor that sets the pinion mesh for you, even with this 32 setup. Up front, the steering gets the revised steering bell cranks with the servo saver built into it and a simple rod over to a fixed servo horn. Definitely an improvement there over the previous version Rustler, which has those white bell cranks in there. Onto the electronics, 2057 metal geared steering servo for steering. That's a nice upgrade over the previous generation. Inside the receiver box is the TQI Sport receiver, and then this is the big deal, the VX3. Handles 2 to 3S LiPo batteries, comes with a cooling fan already set up on it, ID plug on that as well. And they changed the case color too. They used to have blue on everything. Like the new finishing throughout this truck, looks really cool. But the motor's still blue, however, it's changed. It's the V3200 now, and this has a internal cooling fan, kind of like the BL2S, and it has a 5mm shaft to the pinion gear. So lots of cool changes to this truck. Let me show you what else comes in the box. You get the TQI radio system, and this is gonna be good for all types of drivers, even younger drivers, which was kind of an issue on the previous radio. So you could actually pull this grip off, so it's a smaller grip for younger kids, and the trigger is closer to the handle, so that's gonna be easier for them to drive. And then you leave this insert on if you have a larger grip, still has the foam wheel, basic trim function set up. The radio does feel a little plasticky. I kind of wish that this part was rubber here. That would make it a bit more comfortable, but it'll definitely get the job done. Then you've got your number plate decals. You get some basic tools. There's your instruction manual, and I think we're gonna start off the running with this one with a speed test so you can see how fast it goes. Rustler speed test time, RC drivers. We got a 2S pack in here to start. So I know some people want to know how fast it'll go on 2S, so here we go. Those tires sound mean on asphalt, wow. All right, here we go. I'm already into full throttle. Sounds good. Easy to control too with this system. Even under braking, wow, impressive. All right, here we go. 2S, we got 43 miles an hour. Time to throw the 3S pack in. All right, supposed to hit 60 on 3S. This is gonna get wild, I know it. All right, one last road check. Think we got enough space. I'm at full throttle. Whoa, it is dancing. Wow, those tires were growing and it was getting a little wobbly there. See if I was able to pull off the 60. That was wild. We got 60, guys. I'm calling it. Nice. All right, guys, let's get some action in on this Rustler. I've been waiting for this one. The body just looks so sick. Definitely like the changes to that. So we're on a 2S pack. Just checking out the throttle feel here. The traction. I wasn't sure how those up front tires were gonna work, but they seem to grip pretty well on this surface, so nice multi-terrain tire. Yeah, there we go. TSM working. Look at those rear tires grow too. And this is just a 2S pack. They got some traction. This is set up well, guys. All right, it's time to start hitting some jumps. That's what it's about, right? Start off with the easy stuff, just a little blip here. Hit the brake, the brakes are pretty good too. Nice smooth jump, all right. Wheelie at the end. Now for the bigger send. Because take it light. Oh, that's where it's at. That was mid-throttle, just floated right over that jump. Those tires, they've got enough expansion too, just correct things. Little brake, drop it down. It's handling well, guys. Those shocks soaking up the bumps.
Getting a little heavy on that throttle there. Landed it, sick. Let's hit the big jump. Do we go full throttle off of this? I'll take a half throttle first, see where it's at. Nice landing, just a little pop in the front. Racing stadium truck, getting some air. A little more throttle this time. Guys, jump smooth. That is easy stuff. Uh-oh, I think the body popped up in the rear, and that's not supposed to happen. Let's check this out. Yeah, body popped up on that, on 2 clips. Look at that. All right, we didn't crash this thing yet. Still shiny. All right, body is back in. Let's go for another big send and see if it pops off. We have to investigate. And these are some hard flat landings too. So the rest of the suspension's holding up, all the HD stuff. Not in the water. Oh, in the water. Gonna have to get somebody to clean that for me. Traxxas, they found the perfect setup. Did they do it? I think so. This is a hot truck, guys, for a bone stock truck out of the box. Come on. Oh, there it goes. The body popped up again. So it looks like we got some flex in the rear with that rear mount, and you might have to deal with this. That's my only downside so far. That's the only thing I can find wrong with this truck. We'll do an inspection in just a minute. We'll send it off the big one. Guys, that was a crazy hit. Look at the dirt. There's a big chunk of dirt out of the ground. That's crazy. And the body stayed on for that one. All right, I think we've durability tested. For our first run, that was a hard hit.
Time to wrap up this Rustler Brushless video. This thing is fast, it's tough, and it looks really cool. I think they did an awesome job with the overhaul. Had a lot of fun driving it. I think it handles well. It soars through the air really well for a 2-wheel drive truck. Plenty of steering. I mean, this thing is just dialed, but there's a couple little things that I want to just bring to your attention. One of them is obviously the body kept popping off with the big jumps. However, if you're just driving this on, let's say, a 10 scale track going over smaller jumps, I don't think that's gonna be a problem for you if you're one of those speed demons that loves the Rustler because it's fast. Obviously this one goes 60, not gonna be a problem there, but you know, the guys that are sending it, this could be an issue. And it was pretty hot that day too, so maybe this plastic just got soft and that's why it was popping out. Anyway, the other thing is the screw pins. Yeah, they're backing out on the arm down below here, and a quick fix for that is to take the transmission out and put the pin in from the front side, and that will prevent that. Wish they gave us the captured pins that they do offer as an option part, and obviously it's an option for you if you feel it's an issue. The other thing is, and it didn't happen yet, but inside the transmission, they have the pin on the top shaft, and it would have been nice if they gave us that new keyed top shaft that's in the 272R Magnum transmission, because it's a more durable setup. This new brushless system seems to have power, it seems to stay cool. It really is a fun platform. That's why it's been around for so long. I'll have links for this in the video description below, or you can check out your local hobby shop, see if they have it, and if you need help locating one, I'll have links for that in the video description below.